Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my videos. Today we're doing a project that can be done two ways, and we're using Dollar Tree items. First, you'll need 4 of these tall, skinny scarecrow signs. And then you'll see that I have 2 stacks of paint sticks laid out, but you really only just need 4. I had 8 because I had other plans in mind that didn't work out. Never mind that I'm holding up 8. You really just need 4, and they could be the gallon size or they can be the regular size paint sticks. Then you'll need white chalk paint. I'm using Kills from Walmart today. You'll need some brown paint, and today I'm using the Waverly chalk paint and truffle, also from Walmart. You'll need a paintbrush, something to cut the paint sticks with, which I'm using a regular handsaw, and a hot glue gun and a ruler. Not shown because I forgot to put them out. Sandpaper or sanding block and a black Sharpie or paint pen. First thing you'll want to do is remove the hardware off the back of the signs. It's just some staples. They're easy to pop off using a screwdriver. And then remove the welcome off the front of every sign. And so I go ahead and I do that first. And when I get all of the hardware and the welcomes off, then I take each one and sand down where there's just a little bit of glue where that welcome part was. And if you pry that glue, it peels right off. So I wanted my signs to be smooth. Even though this is going to be the back side, I wanted this to be as nice as possible. So I just pried that glue off and then sanded with a sanding block the rest of whatever was left down. The next step is to take your hot glue gun and run a line of hot glue right along the edge of one of the signs, and then you will attach it to another sign just like this. I had where the hot glue had seeped out through the seams on both sides of my wood, so I took my sanding block and I sanded down where that hot glue wanted to spill out through the seam, and I sanded both sides. Now I take one of my paint sticks, and you'll see, if you look closely, there's already a cut on one end, indicating what I tried to do. I'll explain later. Anyway, I made marks the width of my wood pieces to go across both of them, and I marked all of my paint sticks the same width and cut them all down. So now once your wood sticks are all cut down, you'll paint your, I'm not sure really what to call this, shutters or a wood tray, whichever way you're wanting to use it. You'll want to paint both sides 2 coats, and I used my hair dryer in between coats to speed up the drying time. After all the painting is done and it's dry enough to the touch, then I measured off, starting from the center on just one side, I measured off every 2 inches. So I made 2-inch planks that go across the entire board. Then after my marks are made, I just used another gallon-sized paint stick. You could use anything that's got a straight edge. And I used a black Sharpie paint pen to draw shiplap lines. After your lines are drawn, you want to take a sandpaper or a sanding block to go over the whole board just to make those shiplap lines look a little more realistic, not so harsh. And then after you sand it down to your liking, then we will start adding layers of color. I started with just dry brushing some of the white over the lines because they were still looking just a little too harsh to me. So if you'll just take whatever's left on your white brush, and that's what you call dry brushing, and go over some of those lines where you feel like they're a little too dark. In between coats of paint, I do like to sand a little bit just to blend everything together. It makes everything a little more cohesive. The next color is the truffle brown color, the Waverly chalk paint, but you could use any brown. I believe would be just fine. And using the dry brushing method again, see, I get some on my brush and then I wipe the majority off in this old nasty bowl that I use for painting. And then I just swipe, trying to make like a wood grain effect. And I believe if I hadn't used this old sponge brush, I had to throw it away. It wasn't the best tool for this. I think a regular paintbrush would have done better, so that's what I suggest. Dry brush using a regular paintbrush and make your wood grain effect. After you get your brown paint down, then go back to your white and dry brush a little bit of the white on top of the brown to try to dull that down a little bit. It just makes it kind of blend in and look more woody. Now you'll take your cut down paint sticks and you'll paint all of them, all sides, using the white chalk paint. After your paint sticks are dry to the touch, then you'll use your same brown paint that you used on the board before to put a little wood grain effect onto the paint sticks. Okay, so now you see how it's shaping up, and you'll be attaching your paint sticks to the top and bottom. I did, I believe, 4 inches from the bottom on each side, 4 inches from the top, so that they were the same. Piper was such a mess today when I was trying to do all of this. He had me flustered, I'm telling you. But, okay, so now the explanation why I thought you were going to need 8 paint sticks to begin with, because I wanted initially there to be an X in the middle of the top and bottom paint sticks here. If you can imagine, a pretty farmhouse X in between there in the middle. And I tried to cut the angles on these paint sticks. I tried until I was afraid I would have no paint sticks left. Till I had to abandon the idea and just go with one straight across the top and one straight across the bottom, which I'm still happy with, but I still think that an X in the middle. So if you are so inclined and good with a saw, good with the angle cutting, an X in the middle would make this so farmhouse cute. So if you only wanted to make one of these, I think using it as a tray for your fall groupings would be an awesome idea. I think this turned out so cute. And if you decided to make 2 of these, then you would have a really cute pair of shutters for fall. Let me know down in the comments which way you decided to use this project. And please remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. I post every Friday. Bye for now.